Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III. With this being the 4-year anniversary of this globally turning podcast, I figured to bring back a young lady that she brings the fun and the happiness, the bubbles into podcasting and wrestling. And I had two happening dudes come on the podcast last year and in this year soon. It hasn't aired yet, Joe, so you kind of broke the news. Whatever. I had a British dude. But welcome back to Dudes at Ringside. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So, what have you been up to?
Well, since the last time I was on, I actually moved out west. I'm out in New Mexico now.
Wow. So what is it like to be in Mexico in wrestling in the gear that you wear? Is the crowd a little different than they are where you were originally?
Not really. I mean, it's still a lot of similar crowds in New Mexico that it was in Florida. So, pretty much still hit with the kids. Like, they love all the bright colors and everything. I actually have to do my hair next week because I've got a couple of shows coming up. I want to be nice and bright. I've also ventured up to Canada a couple of times and visited a few new states since the last time I was on here.
Have you been to Pennsylvania yet?
Yes, actually, I was in April.
Where did you wrestle in PA?
Out near Reading.
Oh, okay. The promotions I usually go to is PPW, which is in Slatington, which is the good one. It's a really good crowd, and they have a good women's division. A lot of really good women's wrestlers that come through those doors a lot. Smash Masters, which they do like the smaller bars and stuff like that. And New Era Pro Wrestling, it's another Pennsylvania promotion. It's so cool to think that Pennsylvania now has like a circle of trust of like indie promotions that you're like, I can't go to this one this week because I got to do this one, but I can go to this one now. It's not like I don't know, I can't no wrestling here. I gotta go to Jersey. I'm lost. No, you can go here. Or the one I always suggest people now because I did a commentary with them. It's High Grounds Pro Wrestling. It's another good one. They've been around for a while, but a new person took over as the owner of High Grounds, and pretty good. Some good people, good crowd, smaller crowd. I've never been backstage, and I'm just sitting back there, just trying not to mark out, not to be annoying. I'm just like standing in the middle of the hallway like a squirrel, like me. Oh, hi. But when it comes to like going to your shows, do you have to like dress in your gear before the show, or do you like dress the day of the show?
No, so right now shows for me are typically between 3 and 5 hours away. So I dress comfortably for the drive, and then I switch into my gear when I get out there.
Yeah, and I know wrestlers that come in. There was a wrestler I bumped into at the show, and normally wrestlers are wearing a t-shirt and a pair of shorts and their Crocs outside, walking around, talking. 90% of the locker room, because the backstage area for this show was so small. It was just like a hallway and one big room, one like closet, and everybody was outside, like standing around outside, smoking cigarettes, talking, practicing their moves. Like, have you ever encountered like a small backstage area to the point that you're sitting in a staircase?
Oh yeah. I've done shows where we had a green room and that was it. Like, that was the locker room for everybody. So most people were like out back just to get a little bit more space.
Do you have any fun stories from the ring?
Oh gosh, I'm sure I do. Um, the first one that comes to mind is actually when I was up in Canada. I was working Casey Spinelli, and the crowd was chanting because she's Canadian. So the crowd was chanting for her to do a sharpshooter. They were just like, yelling, do a sharpshooter over and over and over again. And she's like, wrong wrestler. So an opening came in a few minutes later, and I couldn't help it. I put the sharpshooter on her. And like the guy who was yelling for it just like started losing his mind and going crazy because he's like, yeah. So I'm just sitting there cracking up because it's like I got that move in my arsenal. Like I can bust that out. And then the opportunity came up and I was like, yes.
So have you thrown any different outfits into your arsenal outfits? Because I noticed your outfits are like orange and like remember last time you had like this like your outfit was like I can't remember what your outfit looked like before. But have you thrown any new like pants or any new beret bandanas or anything into your like outfits?
Yeah, I've changed up gear a couple of times. A couple of years ago I had the orange and black set, and then I had a blue and black set. I had those were actually the first gear I made myself. And then during COVID, during the lockdown, I made the blue set that I wear regularly now. And I have a purple set, one piece that I had somebody make for me.
Cool. Do you find it like like good feeling to yourself when you make a gear yourself and another female wrestler or a male or just a wrestler in general sees your gear and go, "Oh man, who made that?"
Yeah, I had somebody ask me, it's like, can you make me something like that because I want to wear it to a rave? So my sewing machine and I are not on good terms at the moment. We're not speaking, so I haven't made anything in a
Oh
minute.
no. What happened? Is the needle bad or like is it like off or center or something?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Anybody who's made gear will tell you that your your relationship with your sewing machine is a love-hate relationship, especially if you don't have a serger. Because you have to really like go thick over your seams to keep them from popping. And sometimes it just does not want to grab and it doesn't work right and the thread flies out and it's just like I just want to get this little piece done and it doesn't want to cooperate.
Mm. So what is your normal like training regimen like the week of like a show?
Pretty much similar to when I don't have a show. So I don't have a ring near me to work out at. So like I try to get to seminars and things like that so I can get some ring time. And I'm trying to get out to Phoenix a little bit early so that I can jump in a ring and just roll around for a bit before I've got these 3 shows coming up in next week. And so I do a lot of time at the gym and been working on like a lot of conditioning. I was working on sleds for a while to help with like the high intensity conditioning, but they locked up the field that I was practicing my sleds at, and my gym doesn't have them. So trying to find some alternatives, but yeah, usually like just take a day, do upper body, do some core, do some lower body on a different day. Um, I try not to work too hard, like a day or two before the show, just so that I'm not fatigued in the ring.
Mm. Yeah, it's not a good thing to like be like winded or tired like when you're leading up to like a show. It's always these wrestlers think that they could just go to the gym before a show. That could end so badly for you guys.
Well, and part of it too is if you work the muscles really hard, you'll feel muscle fatigue, but it won't really set in until a day or two after. So that's where you got to be careful. Is you don't want to do a really heavy leg day on Thursday and then have a show on Saturday because you're going to get in that ring and you're going to go to run and it's going to be like running through water.
Ugh, like running through jello.
Yeah.
They'll be the music guy will be making fun of you playing dun, 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 trying to run. So what's like I know everybody has like the Spotify's or they have like they have like CDs, a playlist. What is on your playlist when you're traveling?
Oh gosh. Since I'm in the car for so long, a little bit of everything. I've got everything from Hamilton to Disney soundtrack to classic rock, modern rock, like punk, emo. Like I've got a little bit of everything on that playlist just to sing along with and just kind of like car karaoke, man.
Um, so what is your like your merch when you get a merch table at the shows? What is like what if the fans came to a show and they was like, oh, I want to get something of yours? What kind of what would they see at the table?
Well, I still have a couple of T-shirts left. I murdered my cricket somehow. I'm not sure how, but I have just a couple of T-shirts from that left, and then I have two different kinds of stickers right now: 8x10s, and let's see, do I have anything else? No, just the shirts, stickers, and 8x10s.
So me being from the East Coast and I love food. I'm a food freak. I've asked this to a lot of my guests. What would you say would be like your favorite ideal place to get a bite to eat?
Before the show, nowhere.
But yeah, no.
I do not like to eat before the show. After the show, pretty much anything. I mean, usually I end up driving home the same night, so I have to hit up whatever's open. So usually like a fast food place or something, and then like I feel gross afterwards, but at least it's like get some protein in. Um, but if I actually have a chance to like go sit down somewhere, probably something like Denny's, Waffle House, just where you can get some like home cooking and kind of grub.
I'm stealing this from my fellow interviewer. What is your Waffle House order?
My what?
There's a guy. I hope this makes it on the StreamYard clips. There's a guy that's on the East Coast. His name is Muscle Man Malcolm, and he asks all wrestlers, "What is their Waffle House order?"
Oh, their order.
Yeah.
Um, 2 eggs, hash browns, toast, that kind of thing.
Okay. It's like since like you're in like Mexico. Have you
New
found that?
Mexico.
Oh, okay, Mexico, they're
Hey,
close.
New Mexico was actually before Mexico.
Okay. History lesson, kids. History
Yep.
lesson. They all didn't think they were getting there. Like, oh man, we're out of school now. Shut this video off. Gotta leave. Joe's mean.
That is
This
school, brothers and sisters.
got him. We got you. um, have you found that hidden gem in New Mexico yet? Like that a delicious Mexican restaurant yet?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, where I'm at, there's so many mom and pop places because I'm in this like teeny tiny little college art town kind of thing, and there's not a whole lot of chain here at all. Besides a couple of like a handful of fast food restaurants, there's really no chains. So everything is pretty much mom and pop.
Ooh.
Um, Gosh, there's some really good burrito trucks. And when I mean trucks, it's like in a parking lot, a little trailer that you just pull up to the window and you order from. Like those are the best places to go.
Okay.
If you go there, you're getting authentic.
Yeah. My sister, she lives in Brooklyn, and I haven't been there in a while. They have a taco truck that's all like up the block from her house. I have to walk, cartoon me walking. That's how I walk when I'm a cartoon to the truck. And sometimes I never know what I'm gonna get. Like one time I got 3 tacos, the next time I got nachos, and then the other time I got a burrito. But oh my God, girl, that was delicious.
Yeah.
So
One of the good spots too is down the street over by one of the laundromats in a parking lot. There's a little food truck, and they just keep it there all the time. And they do barbecue.
Ooh.
So they have like a little fenced in area that they actually can use where they keep their smokers. So they smoke everything right there. Their jalapeno cheddar sausage is so good, and they do like a smoked mac and cheese. Oh, and they have like their homemade barbecue sauce.
Oh.
So good.
It sounds so good. Just want to just Superman fly there and be like, I'm almost there. You're like, Joe, what do you mean you're almost there? And then you see me you see a little red
Super
flash.
landing.
I just land next to you. Hey, friend. You'd be like, what the heck? You're shorter in person. Insult.
That's okay. Most people say I'm shorter in person. So
I'm 5'1", so it's okay.
Oh, hey, I think I got you beat there.
Okay. If you've seen me standing next to some of these wrestlers, my dad's like, the dude that I told you about, I interviewed him back at the High Ground show. My dad's like, he was doing this to him. He's like, can you duck down when you interview with my son? And I'm like, Dad, shush. You're the cameraman. You're not supposed to insult the kid's a star. And I'm like, he's like, okay, man. If you saw this guy, you'd be like, he is a hippie.
You stand in a milk crate.
That's what my dad said. Do we need a milk crate? I'm like, Dad, we're doing it. You could see my feet. It'd be embarrassing. But if you saw the dude, you'd be like, can we do an intergender tag team, please? Like, he wears the pants with the little elephants on them on the ball. And he wears the vest. And he has that stringy hair. And he wears the bandana. And he got these glasses that you flip up and everything. And when he gets into character, he's so funny. He's just like, wow. I'm here, wow, dude, like that kind of like hippie. Like, he gives the kids the gummies. He comes with a bag, like almost like a handbag, and he has. We were talking during the interview, and I didn't want to talk about wrestling. I was going to be random, so I was like, I heard him talk about gummies. So I was like, "What's your favorite?" I was going adult, like, "What's your favorite gummies?" So he was like, "Oh, I like gummy worms," and I was like, dang it, dude got me. He got me. Like, I was going to go all rated R, and he was keeping it PG. I heard you said you were going to Arizona. Are there any female wrestlers from Arizona that you haven't wrestled with yet?
Yeah, there's a couple. The one I can think of off the top of my head, she's relatively new. She goes by Fallen Gray.
Yep, I know her.
Yeah, I think she'd be fun to face in the ring sometime.
She's a tough cookie, that one. She's she did the Fallen Angel thing. She's like, Joe, I've never wrestled on the East Coast. If you know anybody, I was like, girl, don't tell me a fun time. You know me, I'm just like Mr. Independent Wrestling. I will help you as much as I can. As much as I can. Like, I've told people about Fallen. It's not. I accidentally said Fallon, and she's like Fallen. She's like, no, Joe, it's Fallon. And then I went,
oh, okay.
I was
like Fallen Gray.
Yeah, Fallon Gray. Like, it's not Fallen, it's Fallon. Like, there's a girl I work with. Her name's Fallon. And I'm like, I work with a girl named Fallon. I'm used to saying it. So, is there anywhere else in the country or out of the country that you would like to travel to that you haven't been to yet?
I'd like to go over to the UK someday, but that one's kind of a far stretch.
Yeah, that's a little tough right now.
Yeah. Going up to Canada right now as an American is tough.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of things from a lot of
get booed
wrestlers.
no matter like if you're, face heel. Nope, you're American, you get booed.
Oh yeah, they don't like Americans there at all.
Well, I can't blame them right now. We don't like ourselves right now.
Yeah, I run away from my even thinking like, so are you American? I even cringe saying I'm an American podcast to certain people now. I'm like, will I get the same reaction to wrestlers from out of the country, even though they want to get promoted? Like, nah. But before we go, if my fans want to pick up any merch, or if they want to get any they want to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I have YouTube where you can watch a bunch of my matches on there. And I do have a pro wrestling tees shop. I've got some cool designs up there, including a Scooby-Doo inspired design that I put up not too long ago. So that one's kind of fun. And I hand drew with that one all by myself.
Oh, that's cool. Artist, yeah.
Including the bus.
Wow.
I got the van. It's pretty cool. It's dope. But yeah, I got pro wrestling tees. So yeah, check me out: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, pro wrestling tees. I'm on all of those.
Awesome. If there was any kids that wanted to get into the business like you did, what kind of advice would you have for them?
Find a good school. The hardest thing is if you start out at a school with a trainer who has been in the business but hasn't really gone anywhere. They've just done the indies. You can get a really good, solid foundation. And you can get all the psychology, the moves, all that stuff. So you can get that good base, but you've got to find a school at some point, maybe a year in, something like that. You have to find a school with somebody who has been on TV. Go to seminars, and everything else, but find a trainer who can teach you how to be on TV, because it is different than being on indie shows. And you can start building those connections to get you where you want to be in your career.
Awesome.
And never stop training.
Oh, sorry, continue.
Yep,
sorry.
sorry.
What were you saying?
Add that one on.
But thank you very much. I really hope to see you come back to Pennsylvania at some point this year or whenever. Just hope you see. Maybe I'll see you race the PPW, because they have a lot of fun things that happen there all the time. Or Battlefield Pro Wrestling, that's owned by one of the son of Alpha Senior, one of the Samoans. He owns Battlefield. So check them out. They're always really good. But I want to thank you so much for coming back on the podcast. I'm Joe Panther III.
And I am ELliza Haze, your favorite flower child.
And we will catch you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.